up a W against the Pistons. It went the distance, too, as they needed overtime to win it.
And boy, did that game nearly get away from them. But
Substitution here for New Orleans. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Ashik. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And Cole subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Howard, he's in at the point. Plumlee out there with John Henson. Then it's Mayo. And it's Bayless in at the 2 spot. And for Norris Cole, such an important role player, Greg, for Miami for a number of seasons. Last year, shooting percentages dipped, and that is one of the reasons why he was probably traded to New Orleans.
Yeah, and a lot of that, I think, had to do with somebody dipping out of town.
Yeah,
and LeBron James, that would probably change the quality of your shots. But both figures did go up dramatically once he got to New Orleans. And remember, now he's playing with another great player in Anthony Davis. You know, guys, it's really amazing just how quickly Anthony Davis has blossomed into stardom. You know, by age 21, he was arguably the best player in the game. At age 17, he only had one scholarship offer for college, and that was from Cleveland State to play point guard.
1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. Cunningham dishes it to Anderson. And Henson pulls it down. And in high school, Anthony Davis didn't play for a powerhouse. Perspectives Charter School, only around 200 kids.
Certainly not an NBA hotbed. They had him bring the ball up court and work in the post, much to his developmental benefit. A lot of losses, but he said that it made him a better leader dealing with that adversity.
Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Anthony Davis. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for John Henson. Outside Howard. No good.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And Cole kicks to Ajinça. And that one is stuffed right through.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise he'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
And Cole kicks to Anderson. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. There's the bucket. Good. Cole's got his first bucket in this one.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Pondexter, the pass to Cole. Rebound, Milwaukee. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd.
Come on, New Orleans!
Transitioning from college to the pros can be a challenge for many players. Here's what Freak had to say about adjusting his game to the NBA. Good points, Clark. What role do coaches play in helping young changes for New Orleans? Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Ashik. Davis comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Norris Cole in for Gordon. Evans and Davis, the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Norris Cole. And it's Ajinça in at the center position. That's the Pelicans 5. Davis. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Rockets made some nice plays. He ended with 7 points and added a couple of rebounds with that. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
Pondexter kicks to Ajinça. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. And Davis with the basket on the assist from Cole. Davis has got the lead up to 11 now for the Pelicans. And the Bucks, they're shooting 30% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused.
Kenny.
Rebound. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that
bro.
For second chance points.
Kenny.
Doubled by Howard. Ajinça kicks to Pondexter. And stolen by Mayo. Bayless dishes to Howard. Good on the triple. Howard's got 8.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch.
Kenny.
Did it perfectly.
And it's Cole missing.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Kenny.
And it's Howard again missing. Pelicans leading by 6.
I wonder if I gotta take my.
The shot is off.
Take this off.
There for Mayo. Milwaukee's
Take
gone
my
1
camera
of 3
off.
from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And that one's good.
They're having much more success here in the second. After missing on a few chances that they had earlier. They've locked in and zoned in here now.
And Cole kicks to Davis. And he gets it to go. Davis has got 4 this quarter.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Here's Howard. Again, Howard missing. New Orleans has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's Cole, defended by Henson. Cole dishes to Davis. With the second effort, blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And the first one goes. Howard hits them both. It's deflected. It's stolen by Kumbo. And we're through the first.
Come on, bro. You don't help me? But the motherfucker can't help me. I was bullshit. You see that shit?
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee.
Kenny.
Henson checked in for
the fuck, bro.
Miles Plumlee comes in for Jabari Parker. Jared Bayless has checked in for Chris Middleton. And Freak subbed in for Carter Williams. And Milwaukee looking at who they
ain't doing that, so fuck it.
Point guard. John Henson out there with Plumlee. Then it's Jared Bayless. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3. Bucks trail by 19. Outside Howard. No good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Anderson. And the shot's good after hitting off the rim. And the Pelicans lead by 21.
Defensively, I think they've got to do a better job of bodying them up.
Clearly, they've been outclassed in the paint, really at both ends of the floor.
For Bayless, it was his 6th team in 7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Doubled by Plumlee. Cole, the pass to Pondexter. Ajinça kicks to Cole. 6 on the shot clock. From the arc. The shot misses. Excellent D from Howard.
Even though he isn't having the best of games from the floor, it hasn't seemed to hurt him. Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
And Cole kicks to Ajinça. Inside, stolen by Henson. And here is Howard. He's got 16. There's 39 seconds left in the third. Pelicans leading by 18. Cunningham dishes it to Ajinça. And here's Anderson for three. No good. And Milwaukee the other way now. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Goes up on the wing. And it's Howard again. Missing. Here's Cole. He's got 5. Three-pointer, Pondexter, and he gets the bucket. Pondexter's got his second basket of the night.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth. Changes for New Orleans. Anderson comes in for Omer Asik. And it's Norris Cole in for Eric Gordon. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. The big men are Anderson and Davis. Norris Cole is out there with Holiday. And it's Evans in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. To the middle, here's Anderson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials on the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Before getting dinged up, Ryan Anderson was rolling. Over the first few seasons of his career, improved in efficiency in all areas. Then he had the back injury, and last season his shooting percentages really went south.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Alexis Ajinça has checked in for Anthony Davis. Cunningham comes in for Tyreek Evans. And it's Pondexter in for Drew Holiday. And getting back to Ryan Anderson, in 2012, he won the NBA's Most Improved Player Award. Then, in the summer of that year, he landed an enormous contract in a sign and trade.
Yeah, and that's the good Ryan Anderson. If he can stay healthy, he's a tremendous asset, and he isn't just a shooter. He can get it done on the backboard as well.
Outside Howard. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Pelicans.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Bucks.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Tyreek Evans. He was really important under the basket, making the plays down low and getting position to pull in rebounds.
And Plumlee kicks to Mayo. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
It's like they forgot that anybody else is on the floor. They're just going at each other right now.
I know it's a team game, but every now and then, guys detour into the one-on-one action that we've got on our hands right now.
Pass to Cole. Fires the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Now here is Howard. And Plumlee kicks to Howard. Takes a 3. Off target with that shot. So we see New Orleans take.
Well, Tyreek.
The 2K Sports postgame show.